Hi everybody. So today is Tuesday and it would be the 24th of June. The date that we call the 24th, the day that we call Tuesday, and the month that we call June. So I'm back. It's late again. It's really late. It's 11 here, 11 a.m. here. And that's really late for me to do a reading. But I've been painting. It's really, really sticky. So I just started rocking and rolling that paint job first thing this morning. And so it's dry and hard. I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything more to it today. But between yesterday and today, I got that thing really pretty stellar. The only thing left to do is the top. I have more detail and stuff to do to the top, but the base and the legs, the table frame, the base, all of that, it's done. It just needs urethane. And yeah, I've got a little more to do to the top. Plus, I've got to talk my boyfriend into using the bonding. I'm losing my words. It's hot. It's hot and sticky. Oh, what the hell is it called? It's auto bond, you know? You use it on your vehicles and stuff. And it does a really good job where I take that plastic piece off of the old laminate tables that they have all around the circular part of it. We just use, I shouldn't say we, it's all him. He does it. He bonds the whole outside of it, and then we sand it down smooth, and then it's way nicer than the plastic piece that they have that goes in and fits in. So yeah, I've been painting all morning. I thought to myself, I should have gotten more on the ball and gotten this project done before the humidity came in. But I've been so busy doing so many different things, it just didn't happen. So it is what it is. It's getting done now. And then the next piece of furniture is my little coffee table down in that sunroom, porch, family room type room that I'm working on. And then back to chairs. And chairs are a real pain in the butt, you guys. So that's what I've been up to this morning. It's super, super humid. Like, you know, you just feel real dirty and sweaty no matter what you do. So when you're working, you're just gross. You're just covered in grossness. It is what it is. But it's sunny and the skies are blue and there's a breeze out there, although it's a hot breeze and it doesn't cool you down any, but at least there's a breeze. So that's what it's like here today in Maine. I'm just grateful for it. I'm grateful for the nice weather and not have it be cold. So I don't want to complain, but they say that we people in Maine always bitch about the weather, and that is true. We bitch that it's too cold. We bitch that it's too hot. We bitch that it's too humid. We bitch about the black fly season. We bitch about spring, black flies, mud. We bitch about fall. Summer didn't last long enough. We bitch about winter. It's our longest season. We really, I guess it's in our nature as Mainers to complain about the weather. So, with that being said, I want to say I am really grateful for the sun. I'm really grateful for the warmth. I'm really grateful for how lush and green everything is right now. It's really a pretty season here in Maine. It's so pretty. So, all right. Now, I had somebody ask me yesterday on one of those readings, either part 1 or part 2, to look into the IRS. And I apologize. I have forgotten your exact question. I have been very busy, and normally I will like screenshot those questions and I will write them down, and I didn't screenshot it and I didn't write it down, and then I just sat down to do this reading without looking back to see what the actual question was. But I know that it had something to do with wanting to know if the IRS is going to be abolished. And I'm pretty sure it had to do with like very soon it being abolished, because I can't remember exactly what you asked. I'm so sorry. But you know what we're going to do? We're going to ask the universe to give us a true story about the IRS and us filing our taxes, and if this is something that is going to come to pass. And depending on what we get for answers, then we can ask more questions and whatnot. So first and foremost, the healing intentions is set for you folks always, always, always. If you so choose, go ahead, decree that for your highest and greatest good, only and always. Breathe that in, just allow that to integrate the body for as long as you want. Even if I forget to say that because my mind's in other places or I'm hurrying to get on and do this for you folks, the intentions are always there. It's always done. It's what this whole channel's basis is really on. So in the second thing, you know, again, don't follow any links in the comment sections of my channels from anybody soliciting you for anything. Those would be scammers. And yes, I'm still struggling with uploading to Rumble. So I just hope that all of my Rumble people end up finding me over here, which would be great. I mean, it's a lot less time consuming to only have to upload to one channel, but I don't mind doing it. I hate that I haven't been able to do it. It's a real pain in the ass trying to do something that keeps failing to upload, and you mess with it, it's just a pain. So anyway, I hope they all find me over here. But yeah, still some technical difficulties. Been experiencing a lot of technical difficulties, not with YouTube though, but with Facebook, with Messenger, with email, with PayPal, with, did I say email? Email, PayPal, Messenger, Facebook, and Rumble. It's 5 things. That's enough, right? So, anyway, yeah, I've been experiencing technical difficulties for a while now. All kinds of different things. Okay. So, let's get started. I hope you're all having a beautiful day. Let's see. I guess what we're going to do, you guys, is we're just going to ask the universe to give us a clear story about the Internal Revenue Service, the IRS, the place that takes our money for, you know, what they call taxes, where we have to file our taxes. I want a true story about the IRS, please and thank you. Only the truth is welcome here. And I don't care if we will consider it negative or positive. I just want a true story around the Internal Revenue Service. So we'll start with the 7-card spread because that gives us our pathway. And I really want to see the pathway of the Internal Revenue Service. And then we can continue on with conversation or whatever as we get, you know, the story around this. So let's just see what they have to say. True story around the IRS, the Internal Revenue Service, please and thank you. Let's just take a look here. $17, leading it. Justice. All right, you guys. So far, let me just push you back. And let me turn off this light because I think it's creating a glare. That helps. That helps a lot. All right, so starting right off, I mean, we have, oh, look at all of this. Look at all of this, you guys. Major Arcana card, 17 head in the pathway. So 17 is obviously, back in the day, what I would have called the secret societies that had humanity's best intentions for at interest, right? Nowadays they're called the Alliance, the White Hats, you know, all of that stuff. But so the star to me is that group of people that are working on humanity's behalf, walking between the worlds, right? Because the star has a much higher perspective, but she's walking in the 3D world, and she transforms things by grounding that in. And so for me, and obviously, you know, you had Q and 17. So the star for me is that group. It's Q. It's the military operation. It's the secret alliance that's been working on our behalf. It's like the major piece of that. It's not the military piece of it. It's the whole group of people that have been working together, fighting against the darkness that's been working to take us over, right? That swore their allegiance against us. We have this group of people that swore their allegiance to us. And that's what 17 represents to me. So the pathway of the IRS is the energy that drives that path forward is 17. So the star. So the alliance. The alliance came in and basically took this organization over, you guys. Okay? And then right above the star, we have the Knight of Pentacles. And for me, the Knight of Pentacles, that's earthly things, and it's money, right? Because it's the Pentacles. So we're talking about an organization that takes our money, all right? So 17 came in. That's the biggest force behind this pathway, and they took it over. And they've been working, this organization that takes our money, they've been working this for a long time. So they're doing work within this organization, and they've been doing it slowly and steadily over a period of time. How long? Well, ever since they came in and took it over. And at the very top, justice is being served. Justice is being served. The scales are being balanced, and with that 11, a higher perspective, okay, a great awakening, a higher vibration. So there's been a lot of work going in by 17 since they took this organization over. They've been working on it for a long period of time, incorporating justice and a higher vibration to this system. So now let's look. All right, so the beginning of the story is that our prayers have been answered. That's what the 4 is for me. The 4 of Swords. That's a vibration. It's technology. It's ego, mind, words, all of those things. But we're talking about the IRS, right? So this is like our prayers have been answered. I would say 3 phases have already gone up onto the wall, whatever the hell that means, okay? So when we're talking about 17 coming in and answering our prayers and doing this work over a long period of time, this horse is facing our answering our prayers. That's a 4. That's the work that it takes to create balance. So they're creating a semblance of balance in this system. 3 things are up and in place and done and probably viewable to certain people. I don't see a community card in here, so there would be people within that organization that obviously know what's really going on. 3 phases of that are already up on the wall, and the 4th phase is waiting to go into effect, is what I take from this 4, okay? And then right above that, answering our prayers, we have the Empress, and she heals things and she births something new. Rejoice, she's a 3, okay? So that's always about rejoicing. That is all about this earth plane, you guys. The Empress is the great earth healer, and she's about abundance in all ways. So 17 came in, answered our prayers. A lot of that stuff that they've been doing over a long period of time. In this IRS system to bring justice and balance those scales and start something with a higher vibration. A lot of that's gone up. It's like completed. The other piece, it's just waiting to go up. But above that, everything's already healed for a more abundant way of doing things within this system, so rejoice. Across from answering our prayers, why would they answer our prayers? We have a very high vibrational number. It's the 6. It's love. It's caring. Why do they answer our prayers? Well, 17 actually gives a shit. The way things were going, when you look at this card, the way this was being worked, why they answered our prayers is because the IRS, in the way it was, actually is like, it's harming people. It causes poverty. It causes hardship. It causes hardship within neighborhoods. This is like the world crumbling down around you type of card. But, you know, some people being able to stay in that love vibration and wanting to help those weaker than them. So, why would 17 come in and answer our prayers? Because they care. Because they want to help us. Because they have the ability to help. Because they can do it, whereas we're more stuck and under the thumb of these people. Right? So, it's all about helping us, because the way this current system works, it was doing harm to people and neighborhoods. Like literally breaking down the neighborhoods, like causing poverty. Causes poverty. They take your money. And then people get really excited if they get a couple hundred back. And it's like, but how much did you pay in? You worked for that. They didn't. It was your ass that was out there busting its hump. You know what I mean? And that's why we're slaves. You're working to give your money to the hierarchy. It's awful. So they did it because they care. They did it because this situation here, where people are poverty-stricken and whatnot, is unjust. And they answered our prayers because it is just. So that's why. So the work has been going on for a long time to heal it, to heal this situation, to birth it into something new, bring justice to it, reshape it, create a higher vibration moving forward. So moving forward, justice will be coming in, and you'll see something new birthed from the IRS. But this poverty type level stuff it's not okay. And so that's why they came in, so that they can move people forward from this type of situation. Is that making sense, you guys? So I think we should just let them, talk just a little tiny bit more. So the IRS is being broken down. Justice is coming to it. We've got a lot going on here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana cards. So this is really big picture. Big picture drives the entire energy of the reading. Then you've got day-to-day work that goes in to bring in the big picture of justice. Day-to-day prayers, are the reason this is happening, to bring in higher arcana, joy, and healing. And then, you've got your day-to-day crumbling of society and people not having enough. And then above that, you've got, again, major arcana to help move us forward out of this. So there's still work to do moving forward. There's still work to do to bring in all of this justice, and there's still work to do to continue the birthing of something new. But we know that because with the 4, there's something yet to be precisely done so that it's completely, adequately ready. Okay? So let's just let them talk a little bit more. So that's the baseline of the IRS. It's been taken over and it's being revamped. And it's being revamped because these people care about humanity. And it's like karmic with all of these higher arcana cards, you guys. So with that, I'm just going to ask if they've got anything more to say, and we'll go down like this, and we'll kind of get a rundown on all of that, you guys, and see what's up here. And then I'll ask a question, if they don't already just kind of answer that for me. Alright, so what else? The beast has been tamed, so it's already been tamed. It's just finished putting in a, it's just to finish putting in a, I can't say it. It's just to finish putting it up. I don't know why that was so difficult. Now listen, the beast has been tamed, and then we have that Wheel of Fortune card. This is because this system was bad. So it had to be turned around. They had to get the nefarious things out of this system. And they're saying with this Strength card that it's been tamed. These guys, these baddies are out of the IRS. That's what it's saying. That cycle's completed is what it's saying, okay? So celebrate. It's already completed. Celebrate, you guys. It was the beast was tamed. It was a long fought war. There's been a complete surrendering. The IRS is done. It's ended. It's just that we haven't seen it move forward in its newly birthed form. 6. The scales were balanced. Lower arcana card. So with that 6, it's also like, somebody decent or somebody asshole-ish, right? Now this is definitely going to be somebody decent because the lineup says it's decent. We're getting a decent reading, and justice is at the top, saying it's tamed the beast. It's gotten rid of the devil. That cycle has ended. We should celebrate. The war has been fought. That's how we tame the beast. It was literally a war. And on this side of things, that devil, that ending, the IRS, it's completely surrendered too. So then we have the 6 of Pentacles. Again, we're talking money, right? And a balancing of those money scales. So up top, justice balances the scales. So if you've been bad, there's a penance for that. We've got the weight of the scales, right? Down bottom here with the 6 of Pentacles, money balances the scales. Good deeds balances the scales. Food balances the scales, right? Earthly pleasures, the things that we need, necessities and whatnot, that's what balances the scales. So when we're looking at, justice at the top, celebrate, and then we have this 6 of Pentacles balancing the scales, you should there's breadcrumbs out there of changes, so there's some information which we may not be able to decipher whether it's true or not, but we should be able to see that somewhere because this guy is doling out breadcrumbs. So there's some doling out of breadcrumbs that these cycles have finished, that they were fought, that it was part of the war, and that beast has been tamed. They're doling out breadcrumbs so that you can see enough proof so that you can celebrate. But also the second meaning with this, when we're looking at the IRS, you have to understand that they're still doling out the breadcrumbs as though it's still in operation. And so let's see the 2 cards. All right, so they're making it seem as though it's still in operation. When you look at this also, you could be like, okay, well, still in operation, people were still filing their taxes, people are still owed money. Goodness only knows, but there's a reason why it's still going on, because there's a last piece to be put up before it's like in operation. Does that make sense? Like something has to be done. It has to be able to go off without a hitch, okay? So there's still like this balancing of the earth plane scales where this is still going on. But there's a giant shift because, for one thing, that foundation wasn't actually built very stable. And why wouldn't it have been stable? Well, it would have been built on the fiat dollar here in the States, and it would have been built on, you guys don't call it the IRS in your other countries, but you all have one, where you're paying, you're giving your money to these jerks, right? So the foundation of the IRS was never stable anyway. It wasn't. So a big shift happened in this war, you guys. Okay, and when we finished this IRS cycle, something about finishing that cycle brought great wealth. Not just to, I mean, I just don't understand what that would be about, but there's something there we need to celebrate, and we need to know that there's an ending of this, that the ending of this cycle, the surrendering of this, also brought us great wealth. And then one more card, great wealth, so that we can start something new and abundant on this planet. So I'm not sure what the great wealth would be. Well, for one thing, everybody's money not going out to the crown, right? But I'm sure there's more to it than that, and I'm not really sure what to ask to get an answer on that. But somehow putting these guys back on the bottom and having this cycle, this system come to end, completely surrender, it brought somehow wealth forward, you guys. And if you guys know what that's about, you just let me know, because I don't really know. I'm not really sure what to ask there, but so that we can start something new and abundant here in financially. So something new will be birthed out of this IRS. It's already completed. We just have to have a piece come up so that we can move forward with this new birthed thing. So have I delivered this message to you, to everybody correctly? Did I see this correct? Please and thank you. So let me just do a quick check on that. A lot of higher arcana cards in this reading. So this is very karmic, you know, destined to happen. And we're in that time frame now. So did I just read this all correctly, please and thank you? Did I deliver a good message? Please and thank you. An accurate message. What you wanted to express via these cards, the story in the cards. Please and thank you. With one card, I'll pull from the middle. Did I deliver a good message? I delivered a good message to you folks. They're answering me with a higher arcana card. So that's a really big yes. And they give you a really big yes. It's kind of like a yahoo, yippee, hooray, you know. But don't forget that that's our systems card. That's 5. That's great change through chaos. So this system that we're talking about right now has been undergoing great change via chaos. But like I said, it wasn't built on a sturdy foundation anyway. So the war was fought. We tamed that beast. There's a complete surrendering of this system, but also like the baddies that ran it, like they're put back on the bottom. Complete surrendering. We've ended a cycle and a system. And somehow in doing that, you guys, this is bringing abundance, celebrations. It's somehow bringing in wealth and great new, fresh beginnings. And so, yeah, it had like these scales had to be balanced in the financially. They had to be balanced. We should be rejoicing. Justice came. Moving forward, we're going to see the IRS birthed into something new. So will it be completely abolished? It's saying moving forward, it's going to birth something new out of it, you guys. it's saying 17 is the driving force behind this. They came in and took this over, and they've been working on it ever since. It's an answer to our prayers, and they did it because they give a shit. And they did it because the IRS is causing harm to people and neighborhoods and whatnot. So moving forward, we're going to see justice, and we're going to see the IRS birthed into something new. And it will be more high vibrational with that 11 and more high vibrational with this 4, because that's all about vibration. So, and of course, obviously, you know, we've got this one starting over new things, giving us a hard yes with the nasty nefarious systems card. So I gave you a good reading here. I gave you the information that the universe wanted me to deliver. This is what they were saying. They told me I did okay. A lot of higher arcana cards. Really big picture, you guys. So now that the universe has talked to us about that Internal Revenue Service, that IRS, I want them to kind of give me a feeling. I need to really shuffle these up, get a lot of higher arcana cards right there on the top. So we want to get that all shuffled in really good. Now I want them to give me a little bit of an idea, like how long are we looking at before people will like be told that they don't have to file taxes with the federal, with, you know, with your federal taxes and the IRS, the Internal Revenue Service. How long will it be? Just give us a story there. Give us a story there about what that looks like for humanity moving forward, for us to see that we're, you know, we don't have to file taxes with the Internal Revenue Service anymore. And we know that President Trump wants to do the tariffs and stuff, and we've known that this is meant to be abolished for a long time. So I'm not surprised that that's what we got for a story, but it's always nice to hear it from the universe. So, show me what it looks like moving forward from this moment, from today, as the energy stands today, for us before we're going to see people really not having to. It's like everybody has been informed that there's no longer an Internal Revenue Service, and that system is no longer taking people's money from their checks and whatnot. Can you give me? We'll just have a conversation going downward. Okay, so judgment's going to come in. So what you'll see is justice come in, and then it will have to be judged, you guys. And once it's judged, then we cross this new bridge, river, stream, right? And then again, we've got our Hierophant. There's the system. So then we'll cross that bridge into these systems being transformed, you guys, the world over. So there's going to be justice that comes in. So apparently what they're trying to let us know is that there'll be a lot of reveals around the IRS, and people will become educated about what the IRS is about, and justice will be able to come in openly, right? Not just through this covert operation of 17. And a judgment will be placed openly on the IRS. And when doing so, that's going to shock some people. A lot of people don't even realize that you're paying taxes to the ground. So that'll wake some people up just in that area. And so once judgment's able to come in, then we're able to cross the bridge into changing these systems, to making the system something better, changing it, birthing it into something new, out of the chaos that was judged, and not just here in the United States, but the world over. So for all of you countries, whoever you're paying your taxes to, whatever organization it's called, it's the same thing, really. It's us all having to give money to the IRS because it's technically, because we're all, it's like the mobster saying, oh, you worked all week, but you've got to give me this amount of your profits, or, you know, we'll take everything you've got and we'll ruin your life. It's the same thing. The IRS is like the mob. It's the same thing. And it's not even going to our own country. It's going to the crown. Or it did go to the crown. So that's what it's saying. It's not just here in America. Like, this is something that's going on worldwide. And so have I delivered that message correctly, please and thank you. That there'll be reveals about this. Somebody's talking about the IRS. Is it Cash? Is Cash Patel? Yes, I think Cash Patel is starting to inform people. Soon this will make it to mainstream for those people that still tune into that shit. You know, Fox is not good enough to wake up the far left, because they still listen to those other channels. They would never listen to Fox. It's far too conservative for them. But it's going to make it to the TV channels when judgment comes in, so that justice will come in and reveal things, and then it will be time to judge it, and it's obviously going to be public knowledge, because people wake up from it, and then we're able to cross that bridge into creating something new out of this system that died through chaos the world over. So, did I read that correctly, please and thank you? So that's going to be the way it unfolds. So if that's the case, things have already been being revealed around that, right? So the reveals are already here. We're just waiting for that judgment to come in after justice steps in, right? So have I delivered this? Have I delivered this message good, please and thank you? Now don't forget that we're living in, like, this is like everything is happening on the world stage after it's already happened. Do you know what I mean? So as we're looking at this layout, don't forget that the systems have already faced judgment by some certain people. And you know, there are bridges that have already been crossed, but we're waiting for the playback, basically. So have I delivered a good message? Is this the message that you wanted to get out there to everybody? Please and thank you. Just let's clarify with one card. So that's the phase of things, right? Whoops. So that's the phase of things, and I got it right. And that's the celebration card. So I've delivered the message to you guys so far correctly. All right, so there's going to be, justice is going to come in. It's going to show all of the dirty deeds, and then judgment will come in. And, you know, then you'll actually see that we move forward, changing these systems the world over. We'll cross those bridges once that's done. And they answered me with the sun. That's a higher arcana. That's a big old yes, yippee. And then the secondary message of that is like celebrate, because this is going to change things financially for the world. All right. So now that we've got the story about the IRS and all of that, and what needs to happen next, can you tell us? Now that you've told us what needs to happen next before we start seeing this as proofs for us, like being told you no longer have to file with the IRS. Can you give us a time frame, please, and thank you? Sorry, I'm yawning, you guys. So basically, I know the way we do things, time is non-existent, really, and the way we do things doesn't measure time really accurately. But if you could just drop down into our vibration, drop down and get a feel for it. We are in the month that we call June. That is the 6th month out of a 12-month cycle. We are in the year that we call 2025. We're halfway through the year that we call 2025. So from June to December, July, August, September, October, November, and December, we have left of this year. We're just days away from going into July. Can you tell me if we will see openly, as the energy stands today, as things are moving forward the way they're moving forward, will we see will we be notified as humans that the IRS has ceased to exist in the way that it was, and that we no longer have to pay taxes to the IRS? Will this happen for us in the next 6 months? Well, not even a full 6 months, because we only have July, August, September, October, November. Well, yeah, you might as well say we're moving into July, so we do have 6 months. Will we see this in the next 6 months, where people will be told that they do not have to file taxes with the IRS? Please and thank you. And for the rest of the world, you know, whatever nefarious groups they give their money to, under the guise is the same kind of idea with us here in the United States with the IRS. Will we see not having to do that in the next 6 months before we enter into the year that we're going to call 2026? Please and thank you with one card. So I'm going to cut them 3 times. Six. That's a 6. It's a lower arcana card, so it's not a hard yes, you guys, but that's given me about 6 months. It's cups. Cups move slower, so I'm going to say 6 months. It wouldn't be 6 days or 6 weeks, you guys. So yeah, within the next 6 months is what I'm getting. And because they answered me with that lower arcana card and that little bit, you know, that type of an answer, I asked if the next 6 months. They gave me the 6 card, which is a love card, which is the 6 of Cups, which is delivering something, right, to somebody in need, and it would be the people in need. And this is actually why the source reason why 17, you know, did this, you know, came in to change this system and all the other corruption across the board. So it is saying within 6 months, we should be told the story. We should be told that we no longer obligated to file taxes with the IRS. So I'm just going to let them give a couple little cards off of that, because just a couple cards off of that. Next 6 months we'll be able to cross that bridge. All right, so the next 6 months we should be able to cross that bridge into not having to pay the IRS anymore. It should be publicly known, okay? So in the next 6 months, as we cross that bridge, that will literally bring great change to people's lives. And you know, it's funny because we did get in that last reading that somehow with that crumbling foundation that helps to build wealth here. But that should really change the face of the way people's lives are. Right now it's just being, you know, it's still like they can't give that to you right now, right? They want to give it to you right now, but with that 2 right below that, we can't cross that bridge just yet. There's some things to go through yet. Just don't worry. It's a complete breaking of chains that has to happen. Okay, so we still have some things to get through. Some lies to get through, some hearts breaking all over to get through as we continue to break these chains completely. So get all the little minions and get all the nefarious people out of these systems for good, so that new things can come in sparkling. But don't worry, it's saying. it's saying don't worry. But there are things that we've got to go through, and don't worry, because the things that we're gonna go through, you guys, it's just talk. It's just narrative, okay? It's just playing out. All right. So yeah, we've got a bit to go, because there's this whole process of things that have to go first, have to come first. And then there's this process of things that we have to go through first. And there's a process to bringing us to that place, hopefully in around 6 months, where that chain that has bound us is out in the open, broken. And because we all know that the crown doesn't own us anymore, right? So it will be out in the open, that these chains have been broken, and we're looking at about 6 months. So am I reading this correctly, please and thank you? Did I deliver a good message? Please and thank you. Did I deliver that correctly? Please, please, please. And with that, I think we'll be done. I can't think of any other questions. I guess I could look at the pathway, but it's getting on 46 minutes or something like that, so let's just see. They want to tell you, they want to talk more. There's more story here. So right now things are bound a little bit. And that would come off of this, okay? So breaking those chains that bind, right? And then the 8 comes down off of that and would line up with this 3 and crossing that bridge. So we're going to go right there if they're going to keep telling this story. We'll give them 3. Okay, so this basically sums it up. So there's things to go through. Got to break these chains that bind. Now, what they're saying with this 8 is that it's already done. The news is out there. It's upright. We can find it, okay? But it's being loosely held back right now, because there's this whole exposure of other things that has to happen before then they bring the big surprise out about the IRS and what's been going on there. But they want you to know that everything, considering these reveals, these things coming out, I don't think you can see that. These things coming out and that big surprise waiting, it's already done and put behind us. We really are just waiting to move forward. It's just that it's all going to play out on the world stage. They're basically telling us right now, everything that we're seeing is a movie, and we're just in the waiting phases for all of the steps to be taken. Is that what you're saying? And with this 7 here, it's a big surprise on the way. Like, there's stuff that you know, the dirt and the good and the this and the that. But there's a big surprise within this IRS news, you guys. And it's probably got something to do with that sun card that I got. But basically they're saying this is just like we're waiting for this to all, like, it scenes in a movie, it's all going to play out. Is that what you're saying? And now have I delivered everything that you want to say regarding this story? Please and thank you. One more shuffle and I'm going to cut them. Oh, my eyes are super tired. Yes, now I've finally delivered it to you. They want you to know that there's a big surprise coming with the reveals of this IRS, because that's a big surprise up there, and it really does have to do with earthly pleasures, because that cup that is covered is outlined in red, and your red is your root chakra, and your root chakra is your courage, your safety, your needs met. So it's something to do, with earthly pleasures. It's a big surprise. But they're also saying that there would be information out there that shows you that the IRS is already a done deal, because you have your 7 and you have your 8. Very highly spiritual numbers. That 7 is seek the truth and the knowledge, and you'll find all the stuff that they've uncovered for you to find, but you won't find the surprise. That's coming later. And with that 8, the only thing that stops us from seeing that it's a done deal is ourselves, right? We could shake out of those bandages. That 2 says it's already done. We're just in that phase of limbo, really, that we're waiting to move forward, because all of these scenes need to play out in this movie. And I asked if I'd given you all the information now, and they said yes, with that 5, that Hierophant, that great change through chaos, these bad systems, which is a bad system, the IRS. So that's pretty good information, and I'm so sorry that I couldn't remember your exact questions, but I hope that gave you some bit of, I hope I touched on what it is that you actually wanted to know. I really don't remember your precise question, but go ahead and throw it at me again, and this time I'll take a little more care to screenshot it. Alright, so with all the information that we've been given now, we're pretty far into this, almost an hour. With all the information that we've received as the energy stands right now, let's see what they want to leave us with before I close off this reading. So, I'm just going to shuffle these up really good, because we've used quite a lot of cards. You know what, I'm just going to set these aside. I think we're going to pull from the Deviant Moon deck to get our piece of advice, our insight, our clarity, or whatever it is that they just want to leave us with at this point. So I'm feeling like that would be a good card to, a good deck of cards to get our last message from. So while I get these nice and shuffled, you guys, I want to say, keep filling yourself up with the love vibration. See yourself full of it. See it going into the earth, filling the inside of the earth, coming up, touching everything upon the earth, going out and filling the ethers, and then fill yourself back up with it again. Celebrate, stay high vibing. I was really surprised and happy to see that quite a few of you already follow those channels. They're really good, aren't they? Like I said, I wish I had more time to listen to them all. Carla says she puts things up on, she increases the speed, so she's able to listen to more than she would be able to if she couldn't. But I cannot stand listening to something on increased speed. Drives me crazy. And also there's a lot that I do where I really have to concentrate, so I can't actually listen while I'm, doing the type of work where I have to concentrate. And then, so what I do is I end up listening while I'm doing housework and barn chores and, that type of stuff. Alright, so let's see, you guys, what do they want to leave us with? I feel like those are nice and shuffled. That wants to stick to my finger. I'm going to save that, plus I'm going to grab one. The moon. So the moon reveals secrets. In this deck, the moon reveals the puppets. So soon I think we're going to be having some good reveals on these players that have been puppeted. The puppets on the strings. So the moon's about to reveal some puppets, which is very interesting. And the card that wanted to fall out was the 2. The harvest has begun. The harvest has begun. That's so interesting, you guys. So the moon's about to reveal the puppets. Secrets are about to be revealed about the puppets. So, like people like my governor and your governors and your representatives and maybe people in the news stations and, those types of things, the puppets. And the harvest has begun. So did I read that correctly, you guys? Did I tell them what you wanted me to tell them? The harvest has begun. Please and thank you. It's already begun, you guys. This harvesting of the revealing of the puppets has already begun. Right? Is that right? And then I'm going to get off here, you guys. Is that correct? Please and thank you. So sticky, it's so humid. And these cards are so thick anyways that they're a little bit sticky anyway. But we're going to call that good, and we're going to cut it 3 times. We're going to get, did I deliver the message the way you would have liked me to have delivered it? Please and thank you. I sure did with that chariot that's higher arcana. So I delivered the end message the way that I was meant to with that one that fell out. The puppets are about ready to be revealed. Know that the harvest has begun. And then they gave me the yes, that I delivered that correctly to you with the chariot. Secondary message with the chariot is protect yourself moving forward. This guy goes out into the world. He's well protected. He's armored up. He's energetically protected and physically protected. So be frosty, right? So keep your energy protected. Look around. Make sure that your surroundings are safe. And as we move forward during this time of puppets being revealed, the harvest already happening. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I hope you found some value in it. Again, it's just what I'm getting. Take from it what you will. Toss the rest. Use your own intuition. The more you use your intuition and trust it and validate it when it's led you in the right direction, the more it will validate you by coming in more and more and more and getting stronger and stronger and stronger. So take from it what you will. Use your intuition. Feel your way through it. Take what resonates. Toss the rest. That's how we do it. This is just what I'm getting. Hope you found a little value in it. Have a beautiful day, you guys. Enjoy it. I love you all. I find this to be really exciting times, and I hope that you guys are all as excited and happy as I am. Until next time, stay high vibing, stay joyful, laugh, dance, sing, play, spend time in the garden with the animals, get your earthing in, stay spiritually grounded. You know, the more grounded we are, the higher we can fly, you guys. All right, you guys, take care. I love you, and I'll see you soonish. Bye.